This person is 100% fake. What he is saying is not only misleading but very, very dangerous at the same time. This guy from Quran and Islam, he is making thousands and thousands of dollars by spitting out these lies. Let's take a listen at his last video where he said some kind of sound or recitation was coming from Kaaba. Let's take a listen what he has to say.
A video is going viral featuring a beautiful sound of recitation of the Holy Quran from the Kaaba. Who is reciting the Quran in such a beautiful voice? Why is the video going viral? Who is living inside the Kaaba? Before we go into the details of this miracle, here is a short clip. From this hadith, we come to know that the humans and the Muslims are not the only ones performing the spiritual tawaf of the Kaaba.
He is now telling us, if you can see these creatures making tawaf, why don't you hear some recitation?
The angels are also there performing the tawaf. They recite the ayat of the Quran, saying the Subhan of Allah. So when they land from the heavens around the Kaaba and recite the Holy Quran, sometimes the Hajis witness some spiritual signs of the angels.
Alright.
Just a few days ago, a video went viral. So what you can see in the video is the angels reciting the Holy Quran.
Really?
What exactly happens is that while the pilgrims, the Hajjaj, were performing the tawaf, they heard a beautiful voice reciting the ayat of the Quran. The azan was being called in the background and nobody had any idea where the sound was coming. People began to look around to see whose was this beautiful voice and where was it coming from, since it was the time of azan and the muazzin was already calling for namaz. Finally, it was discovered that the melodious recitation was coming from the Kaaba. People shot videos and clips of this spiritual miracle and it immediately got viral.
Okay, remember he said people were filming it and this video, it was going viral.
Later on,
okay, so basically there is no video showing that there was a recitation taking place inside Kaaba. What he showed was really nothing but an ordinary video clip taken by a Muslim happened to be there filming the Kaaba. I did not hear it. If this video, he said, it did go viral according to him, then why we do not have any proof? Why we do not have a longer video, something very clear to tell us, to convince us that indeed a recitation took place inside Kaaba. I want to also play you this video. Let's take a look at this video, okay?
But look closer. There's an image atop the lights. The photo is now a worldwide sensation. Is this a trick of the light? Jesus? An angel? A cross?
Okay, so this is exactly what this Nasara they are doing. This brother, I pray for him that Allah will guide him. What he is doing is exactly what the Nasara, the Yahudi, they are doing. What they're doing is that they would edit some photo, they will do some Photoshop, and they will say in the sky, Jesus came, Jesus appeared. This is exactly the same thing he is doing with Islam. Number one thing that I want to make mention of, dear brothers and sisters, it is a major sin to invent lies against Allah Azza wa Jal. Inna alladhina yaftaruna ala Allahi kadhiba la yuflihuna. Allah Azza wa Jal in the Quran, if you invent lies against Allah and His Messenger, you will never be successful. What we see is a clear manifestation of that verse where Allah said, do not invent lies. This guy, he is lying about Allah and His Messenger. There was no video, there was no convincing proof that a recitation was heard from inside the Kaaba. Number 2 point I want to make mention of is that this is exactly what the Yahudi, the Jew, they will do. Sometimes you see in Masjid al-Aqsa or in Jerusalem, somewhere in Jerusalem, you see some animals coming. The Yahudi, they would say, oh, this is because the Messiah is here or he's gonna be coming soon. This is a signal, this is a warning sign for all of us. The same thing Christian they do, the Yahudi they are doing. Now the Muslims, through these YouTube channels, because they make a lot of money, they're also coming up with this kind of bogus news. Number 4 or 3 I should say, brothers and sisters, we must advise people, especially our young generation, not to fall for these tricks. They make money. You and I can easily be convinced, yeah, there is a miracle coming from Kaaba. when in reality nothing is happening. This is a big lie. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasulullah, he forbade not to lie even when you are joking. What about lying about Kaaba itself? This is something we must take action, and we must report this kind of news to the authorities and say this guy is spreading lies and he needs to be stopped. Number 5 point, this is my last point, dear my sisters, is that we do not need any miracle to prove our religion. Wallahi, we do not need to see any angel in the sky. We do not need to hear adhan from the inside the Kaaba. We do not need those things. The Quran is the proof of our faith. The character of Rasulullah SAW is the proof of our faith. We do not need to go beyond that. But today, wallahi, this is becoming a trend because of TikTok and this and that. It seems like we are never happy with all of the miracles that are being shown to us, all the photoshopped miracle, I should say, that we are not convinced that this is our religion, that we need to really follow this according to the Sharia. That is not happening. What is happening? People are now looking for videos, for more evidences in the sky, here, there. That is not something Muslims, the believers, should do. And last thing I want to make mention of about this Quran and Islam channel, the guy, okay, who was narrating this story, his tajweed is so bad, he doesn't even know how to say the word azan. He said azan, but this is pronounced as adhan, not azan. There is something called azan, and he calls salah as namaz. Like, this guy, his tajweed is so out of the whack. He should not be trusted in any way, shape or form. But wallahi, his viewers, his channel is growing, and if you take a look at his number, like this video that he made lying about Kaaba, hearing something from inside the Kaaba, this video, it got 1 million views. He now has 594,000 subscribers. I want to actually show you real quick so you can take a look at yourself. This is the channel. Okay, this guy has more than 500,000 subscribers, and this video, only this video, got over 1 million views. So again, this brother, he needs to stop these lies in order to get views and make money, because wallahi, there is nothing else he can gain from this except some temporary pleasure, some money. He's selling his religion. Wallahi, he's selling his religion. This is not the first time he said something that is completely lie. In the past, he said this kind of stuff many times, and we do not know what he will come up with next. We need to be aware of this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.